Hey everyone, due to popular demand, I've been asked to do a more thorough introduction to AI agents and how to set them up properly and what to understand what an AI agent is and what it is not. There's a difference in understanding agentic workflows where an AI agent might be embedded in traditional process automation, and then understanding that an AI agent at a high level is a large language model tied with a level of context that could be a knowledge base, vector database, instruction set, and a system prompt, and then access to tools. These tools that you'll have access to can vary and they go wide. There's some common frameworks that use, but we're not going to be digging into that today. And then between that is the UI layer that the tools interact with, that in our case today, we're going to be using the terminal. So let's go ahead and dig right in. Make sure you're going to have Ollama installed. Ollama came out of Meta. It's used to serve models and it's open source. You can download it locally. This is how we're going to have the model locally. You find your respective operating system. Make sure you have UV installed. Here's the setup instructions. If you're on Linux or Mac or Linux, use these. If you're on Windows, you can do that. This is going to manage your Python environment. So it's going to install your Python packages and set up your virtual environment very quickly and easily. It's built in Rust, so it's a lot faster. Make sure you have Python installed. Obviously, that's the code we're going to be using. It's very easy to read. And then at a high level, again, this is the architecture. So let's go ahead and dig right in. So I've already have my text editor up. So in here, I'm using Windsurf. You can use Visual Studio Code, Sublime, Cursor, Vim, Notepad++, whatever you want. Just, something to edit text inside files, and then a terminal to be able to run them after you've installed Python and all that. So here you see we have 4 lines of code. We're simply importing the agent object from PhiData's library. We're importing the model object from PhiData's library. We're instantiating the agent. We're defining the model. We're giving it we're describing the model. And then here we're running the model. So think of this as that context part, and you can add more. And then you can also, in this agent object, you can embed the tool. So if you kind of go back and think about this right here, that's sort of the object where you start wiring in these other elements and components together. So just very simply, you're going to instantiate your virtual environment. Again, you have UV, so UV will work. So you do UV VM, it activated. Now we source it. In our case, we're on a Unix system, so we'll do it this way. If you're on Windows, it's going to look something more like it's in the README. You can read it, and it's like activate the PowerShell script. So now we're just going to UV pip install PhiData and Ollama. That's all we need. Okay. And then we're just going to run here. In this case, we're just demoing Llama 3. So we're going to do Ollama run Llama 3. Oh, I spelled llama wrong. So that'll get that ready to run. And then over here, so as we do that, that'll just take a second. Because, the thing about these models, they're pretty heavy. You can use more lightweight ones and less parameters, but again, we can show you after that. And now, again, this is our UI layer. So our UI is a terminal. In a future date, you can learn how you tie these into like a Streamlit UI, or you wrap it around a Flask API to wire into a React app or something. But yep, here you go. So you go to do Python 3 agent.py. So we're just saying Python, run this agent.py file here. You hit enter. And now it's running. So you can see that I gave it the chat to educate the user about the world of generative AI and traditional AI, and to stream the response as it comes. And it says, welcome to the amazing world. Traditional AI was, a lot of it was really quantitative based, and now generative AI, a lot of it is semantics based. So just using natural language to do more programmatic things. And the breakthrough in these transformer models, to be able to sort of predict the next token, which in our case is language, but it actually can vary across a lot of different types of areas. So this is a very quick tutorial on how to use this. And another thing that you can do once you've had this set up locally is now you can try different models. So here we're saying Llama 3. You can go to Llama, click models. You can start looking at any of these models. DeepSeek, the new good Chinese reasoning one, you can download it. And then you just have to define that model ID as what this is. And then if you do a smaller one, just remember they're a little bit more nuanced. And then another thing is that with Phi data, that's cool, is you can actually start adding tools. So if we go back here, I'm showing the tools, and like, for example, computation tools, let's say a calculator. You can show how to add a calculator. So like quite literally, you just import what's already built out in Phi data, the tool, and then you add this tools parameter. You pass the object with whatever level of configuration you want. It might vary, it might be simple, complex, whatever, but don't overthink it. You add it in there, and then you can start doing the prompting of it, and it'll use it. It'll have access to that tool. So yeah, this is a very quick example how to run an AI agent. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, reach out and engage, and have a blessed day.